My Nigerian people, how are you day? Hey, you guys have been on my neck. What's happening, man? For those who don't understand why I'm saying this, there's a video we posted the other day. But did I greet you guys? My bad, man. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Savik TV, your home of infotainment. So what am I talking about? The Nigerians are mad. But why are they mad? I don't know. I should ask them. Rather, you should ask them in the comment section. Why are they mad? So there's a video we posted whereby I actually said that Kenya is better than Nigeria in a number of aspects. But these guys have been, they're reacting left, right, and center. So I'm like, guys, what's the problem? What is happening? What they happen? Or there's no problem, and I'm just giving my view, and you guys are free to give your opinion as well. So basically, Nigerians, don't be mad at me. I'm sorry. As I said, when I was shooting the video, I did give a caveat that, you know what, don't crucify me, I'm just giving my opinion. And since you guys have fucked me now, I think I need to equally give you your flowers. So there are several aspects where Nigeria is better than Kenya. So in this video, I'm gonna tell you a few facts on why I feel Nigeria is better than Kenya. So I gave you 5 facts why Kenya is better than Nigeria. I'll equally share 5 facts or 5 reasons why I feel like Nigeria is better than Kenya in this particular video. So stay tuned, don't tire, don't touch that dial. Let's watch to the very end and let's learn, as Mr. Very Dark Man always says. So let's learn, let's go. Peace.
So ladies and gentlemen, it's key to note one thing, that while Nigeria may actually have a lot of advantages over Kenya in certain aspects, it's crucial to acknowledge that both countries have very unique strengths. That is, Kenya has its own strengths, Nigeria has its own strengths, challenges, and they all have their own contributions towards the African continent development. So they play different roles. Additionally, you get to realize that this notion of superiority should be approached with a lot of nuance and a lot of respect for the diversity, and the complexity of each nation's circumstances. The circumstances that Nigeria finds itself in, that is in West Africa, and the situation or the circumstances that Kenya finds itself in, that is in East Africa, they're quite different. So we don't expect these countries to be similar per se. They definitely have to be very unique. So this is a caveat that I'm giving even before highlighting the 5 reasons why I feel like Nigeria is superior than Kenya. So I do hope that it's very, very clear, and that we are good to go, guys. I am really trying to avoid issues because we did have a lot of issues raised in the previous video where we shared why I feel like Kenya is big or superior than Nigeria. The feedback was really worrying. That's why I'm really very cautious today, and I don't want to spark any issues. I just want to state why I feel, what makes Nigeria superior to Kenya, a number of aspects. So let's hop into the video. I don't want to waste more of your time. So fact number 1, why Nigeria is better, or rather feels superior than Kenya. Number 1 is the economic potential. Why do I say that? Nigeria boasts the largest, not the largest really, but one of the largest economies in Africa by nominal GDP. Why am I saying one of the largest? We have Egypt. Okay, they tend to change from time to time, but Egypt is the largest economy in Africa by nominal GDP, followed by Nigeria, which is the second largest. Egypt is around $398 billion worth of nominal GDP. Nigeria is about 390 billion by nominal GDP. $390 billion, that is. So these are statistics as per end of last year, 2023. I don't know where where that has got to currently, but Nigeria is one of the largest economies in Africa by nominal GDP, and yeah, you know, that qualifies it to be a country that has a very good economic potential. So you realize that it's considered one of the emerging market economies in Africa. It's rich in natural resources, you know, a lot of oils here and there, and part of these natural resources is what actually contributes to this particular country you know, having that economic strength that you're talking about. But there is one thing that we need to note as well. What are these natural resources that we are mentioning, whereby we're saying that Nigeria boasts of, you know, the abundance in natural resources? Which resources are these? Am I talking too fast? I'm just telling my story, guys. I'm just telling my story. So you get to realize that Nigeria actually has a lot of oil. There is natural gas, there is coal. And then of course Nigeria is it has a very big landmass compared to Kenya, so it has a vast agricultural land where all these economic activities can be done. And then you also realize that as one of the largest oil producers in Africa, Nigeria's economy benefits from the revenue generated from these resources. So definitely that economy is gonna be bigger compared to Kenya, which is relying on tourism as part of getting its you know, its revenue. So you also get to realize that Nigeria has a relatively diverse economy compared to Kenya. How? Because of sectors such as agriculture, manufacturing, and services that contribute significantly to that nominal GDP that I was talking about. You get that as much as Kenya is equally endowed with natural resources, particularly agriculture, it may not be to the levels of Nigeria. And of course, man, Dangote Industries, for instance, you know, they are renowned for cement, they are renowned for fertilizer, sugar, and all these things, and they export into a number of countries. So you know, that really gets Nigeria to levels that Kenya is yet to get to. So the economic impact, the economic strength, the economic potential, name it. Basically just mention the economy and natural resources. That is the first advantage that Nigeria has over Kenya. Number two, man, who doesn't know that Nigeria is the giant of Africa because of its population, man? So the population size is definitely our second fact, or the second advantage that Nigeria has over Kenya. So basically, you know, population is directly population is directly related to market potential. The more the people you have, the more hungry they will be. They need to eat, so they need someone to serve them with that food. You know, they'll need a lot of services, hospitals, transport, which means those are business opportunities. So ideally that's it. So population and market potential is the second advantage that Nigeria has over Kenya, whereby you realize that Nigeria has a population of about 200 million people, way over that, of course. I think currently it's around 220 million people, which makes it Africa's most populous country. Whereas when you look at Kenya, Kenya's about 15. We are not yet at 60 million people yet. The last population census showed that we are around 55 million people. So we are like a quarter of Nigeria's population. Now, what advantage does Nigeria get or derive from this large population? You get to realize that the large population provides significant advantage in terms of market potential, attracting a lot of investment and offering a broader consumer base for the business. How does this happen? You know, a lot of investors look at where are we likely to sell our products from, where are our products likely to be consumed more. That's why even when you look at the recently launched Techno Note 30 series, the first country in Africa where they launched that particular product is in Nigeria because of the large population. So if the product is consumed there en masse, they definitely will make a lot of money. You get that the population advantage actually translates to a larger workforce pool. That is why they're doing very well in agriculture, and that is why the economy is doing well. And it fosters greater economic productivity compared to the rate of growth in Kenya, because of the population that we have in Kenya, and even the land mass, which is not sizable enough to actually support a lot of activity. So again, on that fact, natural rather of population and market potential, Nigeria wins, right? Yeah, man. So let's hope to the third fact, and I think this is it's common knowledge that when you're looking for movies, anytime you are browsing or you're on the internet, you're on YouTube, Nigerian movies will pop up, man, right? So the cultural influence in the entertainment industry is our third fact, or the third advantage that Nigeria has over Kenya, and here is why. So the Nigeria's entertainment industry, especially, or rather particularly known as Nollywood, the movies, you get that they're renowned globally, and it serves as a significant cultural export, because a lot of us have learned about the Nigerian culture from the movies we watch. So it's their main cultural export. Is Nollywood the biggest movie industry in the world? No, of course Bollywood, that is Indian movies, are leading, but Nollywood comes second because they produce a lot of movies annually compared to even Hollywood itself. So Hollywood tends to come third in this movie industry. But of course, it's not just the movie industry. We have the Nigerian music, the Burna Boys, the Ashakes, Davidos, and all these people. Adekunle Gold. I like that man's music, man. So all these people, and then there's the fashion, there's literature. Remember, a lot of the Professor Wole Soyinkas of this world, who are in the literature world, they all come from Nigeria, man. And it is considered that Nigeria has a lot of influence across Africa, not just Africa, but even beyond in the world. They contribute a lot, to cultural diplomacy. So again, when you look at that compared to Kenya, they're doing way better than us. Yes, we have our music in Kenya, we have our movies, but we're not doing well as such. You can't compare Kenya to that. So again, on the aspect of cultural influence and entertainment industry, man, they are way ahead. You can't really compare where Kenya is versus where Nigeria is. Maybe a final fact to mention about when we are mentioning this culture thing and diversity and all that. You get that how many tribes do you have in Nigeria? I mean, there are over 500. A lot of ethnic groups, but they speak a lot of languages. Okay, what we popularly know, maybe we know Yoruba, we know the Hausa language, and which is the third one I'm forgetting. Yeah, the one spoken in the south, man, I'm forgetting. But okay, besides that, you get to realize that this diversity is what actually makes Nigeria unique, in terms of traditions, in terms of the music, in terms of the art, even in terms of the literature. Because the other language is Igbo. I was forgetting, but I now remember. Yeah, so you get that this diversity is what actually makes them unique, and there you have it. So number 4, what makes Nigeria unique and stronger or superior compared to Kenya? So let me give you fact number 4 is the political stability and regional influence. When we are comparing Kenya to Nigeria the other day, and I was telling you Kenya being superior than Nigeria in terms of political stability, yes, we do admit that Nigeria has had its fair share of political instability, military coup d'etats here and there. But besides that, you get that it has equally made very significant strides towards democratic governance and political stability. And being part of ECOWAS, and being part of West Africa, you get that it plays a big role in shaping the politics of the area. Remember recently we had an issue to do with the I don't know whether to call it Niger or Niger, yeah. And Nigeria played really a big role in ensuring that Niger stabilizes. Whether it has stabilized fully right now, I don't know, but there were sanctions, or we'll cut electricity, we'll do what, I don't know how that went, but there were a lot of sanctions here and there, and Nigeria was leading because the current president, that is Bola Tinubu, is there. I think he's the chairman of ECOWAS currently. I'm saying I think because ideally what I'm sharing is common knowledge, is what I know. It's not that I'm googling or anything. So if I was googling, maybe I could confirm whether it's actually Tinubu or things have changed. Yeah. So you get that Nigeria plays a big role when it comes to the peacekeeping efforts and a lot of these diplomatic initiatives. Kenya is equally very politically stable. We've been playing a role in ensuring that Somalia is peaceful, Congo, DRC and all that, but not to the levels of where Nigeria is. So that is why when it comes to political stability and regional influence, man, I give it to Nigeria. That is our fact number 4. And finally, last but not least, why do I feel like Nigeria is superior compared to Kenya? Man, this is hard. There are a number of things I should highlight. Nigeria has a lot of educational institutions. And these universities are really big, really huge. Even in terms of landmass, like University of Ilorin is the largest in Nigeria. Man, it has over 15,000 hectares. There is no university in Kenya that has 15,000 hectares of landmass. And it has very many universities. So should I give this as part of the reason? Maybe I'll give you an extra a bonus. So let me just say number 5 is Nigeria is leading in educational institutions compared to Kenya. Yes, we have University of Nairobi, of course, is one of the best universities in the world. It ranks best as it ranks top 100, actually even top 20 in the biggest universities in the world. In Africa, I think it was number 6 in the last ranking. But then, besides that, Nigeria has its best, man. University of Lagos, they call it Unilag, Uni Abuja, University of Ibadan, University of Ilorin that I just mentioned. Talk of Ahmadu Bello University. There's a video I did about the universities in Nigeria. I did visit University of Ilorin. I did visit Kwara State University. I showed you how these universities look like. So whatever I'm talking about is not... I'm not talking about stories. I'm talking about things that I've seen by my eyes, rather with my eyes. I've seen the University of Ibadan, seen the Ahmadu Bello University, and these are videos that I've even done on this very channel that you are watching. So when it comes to educational institutions, I think Nigeria is doing better than us. But now, when you look at the infrastructure of the universities, that is a whole different debate. That, of course, Kenya will definitely win. But currently, Nigeria is leading in terms of the number of institutions they have compared to the level that Kenya is in. Yeah. Final one. Let me give you a final one. There is a bonus point why I feel like Nigeria wins. We can talk about infrastructure development. Is Kenya doing better? I'll still stick to that, but again, I need to give it to Nigeria because it's a vast, it's a big country, and they have really tried investing in infrastructure, in terms of transportation, energy, telecommunication. They've really tried. Let's give it to them. However much as Nigeria is always having power issues. They call it light issues, NEPA. Hey, up NEPA. I do hear that from time. I used to hear that from time to time in Nigeria. But then, that is when electricity comes back. Yes, they have their own challenges with electricity. Network is not really, affordable, especially data and all that. But we need to give it to them. They're trying. In transport, I think they tried. They have a train that they recently brought to Lagos. a blue train. I'm forgetting the name, but it's is it electric? Yeah, I think it's an electric train that they brought into Lagos. The blue rail. You see, they're trying. So I think I can give it to them really on infrastructure development. But of course, you can't compare that to Nairobi. Nairobi has made a lot of strides, but you know, because of the larger economy of Nigeria and the population, they're able to afford a lot of these resources to invest. The only thing that maybe is impacting the investment is, you know, corruption is everywhere in Africa, and I think that is what is affecting their roads. So that, you know, when you are getting to Ibadan, those sides, or if maybe you are leaving Abuja and then you are using the Niger state, and there's some areas there that have really bad roads. So those are the disadvantages, but then they're really trying. So I think on infrastructure development, I can give it to them, especially the roads in Abuja. Man, Abuja is really well built, looks very good, very green. Abuja is really nice, even all the way to the airport in Abuja. So I think I'll give it to them as far as that is concerned. Yeah, I may not have exploited everything. Of course, when it comes to currency, Kenya will definitely ride higher than Nigeria. Looking at the current rate, $1 is equivalent to about 133 Kenyan shillings, and then the same $1 is equivalent to around 1,200 naira thereabout. So really, what does that tell you? The Kenyan shilling is stronger, so ideally the Kenyan economy is stronger. I don't know, really. it's a big debate that we might not finish right now. Yeah, so we'll leave it at that, guys. Keep watching Savik TV, and next time we'll definitely do better. I saw someone comment in the last video that we did that we need to compare Kenya versus Ghana and give them, you know, our perspective. So maybe we'll look into that, but for now, is Nigeria better than Kenya? Man, I miss the fufu though. Fufu and that ogbono. But man, there is that ewedu. I do miss these things, man. But my favorite was amala. You know, amala, you get that ewedu. Man. Oh, those soups, man, they were so amazing. I do miss them. But you know what? Let me stop this video. We've done 20 minutes. I didn't want to go that far. So guys, I do hope that you are on the know. So stay tuned for the next video. Signing out, Savik TV. Please subscribe, share, comment, like. Let's grow the community. Bye bye for now. See you on the next video. Bye bye.